What will happen when 7th Lord of D1 chart is placed into the different house of your D9 or Navamsha chart? So my beautiful girls and my handsome boys, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, the one and only Jupivan Astrology. So let's see that. 7th Lord of D1 chart is placed in the first house of your D9 Navamsha, then what's going to happen? So when 7th Lord of D1 is placed in the first house of D9 Navamsha, it indicates that the significations of the 7th house will be prominence, right? uh, Not only you can see that not only in the one aspect of your life, but in the overall aspect of your life, especially in the second half. Okay. And uh, this placement suggests that the relationship in native's life or in your life, if you have placed this placement, will be dominant aspect of your life, which means that all kind of a relationship, and especially the marital relationship, will play a very important role down the line in your life. It also represents that you are likely to have highly focused, or I can say you will be highly focused on forming and maintaining meaningful connections with others. Okay, because seventh house not only represent your marital relationship but also your partnership, your relationship with the other people, because first house represent us, seventh house is the other people. Okay. Also, when seventh lord of D1 is placed into the first house of Navamsha or D9 chart, it also represents that marriage and committed partnership would hold a very great importance in your life. You will also see that. Now, when seventh lord is placed into the first house of Navamsha, it also, like, depending upon other factors in your chart, it may also possible that you could have an early marriage. Okay. Now I'm saying other factors because for this other factor must also be seen: benefic, malefics, Saturn influence, how is the seventh lord, all these factors must be seen, but generally it indicates early marriage. Okay. Now it also indicate, seventh lord of D1 is placed in the first house of Navamsha. It also indicate that your personality, your identity, or I can say your self expressions, they may be closely tied to your relationship, which means that your relationship will play a very important role, in your personality, in your self expression. You will see that. You may see that down the line you may start to define yourself based on the relationship that you have or the partnership you will have, which means that overall you will see with this placement your personality down the line will get affected, or I can say change, as per your partnerships, or I can say your relationship. Okay. You will also see this. When seventh lord of D1 is placed in the first house of Navamsha, it is also seen that your significant partner, or especially your spouse, okay, she or he will play a very important, a crucial role in your life. Okay. Your partner, or I can say your spouse, will have a strong impact on your personal growth, on your decision making ability, or I can say on the decision that you take in your life, or I can say overall your well-being. This also can be seen when seventh lord of D1 is placed in the first house of Navamsha. This placement often indicates that your life revolve around relationships. Okay, you may prioritize your partner need and well-being. That could also possible. Okay. And sometime this priority could be the extent of neglecting your own interest. Okay. So you will see with such placement many time it happen that, let's say, you want to go somewhere and your partner is like, no, we want to go there. So you will be like, okay, it's okay, I should avoid mine things and I should, you know connect with my partner, like, or I can say I should fulfill what she or he wants, and you will go to that destination that he or she wants to. So that kind of a thing could also be seen, that you may prioritize more like what your partner want instead of your own things. So that could also possible with this placement when seventh lord of D1 stays in the first house of Navamsha. Okay. Now, before moving forward, I would like to add that, of course, which planets are aspecting the first house of Navamsha, which planets are in conjunction. All these things need to be seen to to see more results. But generally, we are talking today as per like what's happened when seventh lord of D1 is in the first house of Navamsha. Okay. Now, of course, if you want personal consultation, links are given in the description. Now, if we see more, I would like to tell you that it also show this placement also show that native will have a magnetic personality, okay, and a very attractive aura, right? Which make them appealing to others. You will see that with this placement, it will also give you some kind of a personality, or I can say magnetic kind of a personality, or a very attractive aura, due to which you will feel very appealing towards other. Because the point here is that because seventh lord of D1 is going into the ascendant, so other peoples will be naturally drawn towards you. That's what the point is. Okay, this also represent when seventh lord of D1 is in the first house of Navamsha. You will have a natural ability to draw people's attention towards you. Okay, so that could be possible. Now, since we represent that primarily the seventh house represent our marriage, especially the seventh house of D1. So, marriage and partnership, of course. So, this placement of seventh lord of D1 in the first house of Navamsha, it also indicates that your married life will have a very strong influence in the overall direction of your life. Okay, you will also see that. Now, I would like to tell you that if we say that, let's say things are working very positively, then it could also indicate that this placement for you can promote harmony and cooperation in relationship. Okay, you may be inclined to work together with your partners, or I can say the people you want to work with. And this placement could also talk about some kind of like I can say joint ventures or joint endeavors which will be successful. Okay, so that could also possible with this placement. It also represent when seventh lord of D1 is in the first house of Navamsha, it also represent that you may display adaptability and flexibility in your relationship. Okay, you might willing to compromise, or I can say adjust, so that you can maintain peace and I can say harmony in your relationship. So it might make you a very adjustable kind of a nature, your nature personally. Okay, so that you could maintain. You will see that there are many people who see that, oh, okay, my partner is a little bit this kind of a person, so maybe I should adjust as per that, so that we will have harmony in our relationship. So that is the kind of a placement this placement is like talk about, or I can say this placement show. Other thing we can see is that seventh lord of D1 is in the first half of Navamsha. It also indicates that your identity may be closely intervened with your spouse. Okay, like for an example, uh, there are some people who are known that, hey, this person is the is like this girl is the wife of that particular man, this man is the husband of that particular famous actress, or something like that. So in such position, this kind of a placement could also possible, that maybe you get married to someone due to which your identity could also strongly linked, or I can say you will be recognized with your spouse identity. So it may also possible in such case, like for an example, people say, oh, this is the partner of so and so person. So that could also possible with such kind of a placement, that your identity will be somehow you will get recognized with your spouse name. That could also possible. See, when seventh lord of D1 is in the first house of Navamsha, it is indicating so much kind of like influence of your partner in your life. So it also represent in many cases, if other things are also working well, that you may choose marriage, or I can say relationship on your own. Okay, which might not strictly be conventional. So it could also represent non-conventional kind of a marriages. It might encourage you to follow your heart and choose your partner based on your affection and emotional connection. So which means in simple terms, it could also talk about love marriages, or marrying to someone, like for an example, because in such case such a strong influence of marriage is happening in your life that you might forget everything when you want to get married to someone, or when you love someone you just forget about anything like religion and this and that. You are like, I just want to get married to this person because I love her, I have emotional connection, and I will get married at any cost. So that kind of a thing could also possible. Okay, it may also possible that in such case, uh, you know when you have such kind of a placement, you may take marriage as a very uh, you know like I can say serious responsibility, and you may also prioritize your like partner happiness. Okay, that could also possible with this placement. One more thing I would like to tell you, that when seventh lord of D1 is in the first house of Navamsha, although it's mainly focused on the marriage and relationship, but you will also see that your partnership and your relationship could have a strong impact in your career, okay, as well as your public image. That could also possible with such kind of placement. With such placement, it may also possible that you may see yourself as a couple, as a part of a couple or a unit, I can say. Okay, so that could be possible. If you guys want to know more about your relationship and all that stuff,
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
now see, when seventh lord of D1 is placed second house of D9 Navamsa chart, then what's going to happen? So in such combination, when seventh lord of D1 is in the second house of Navamsa, it create a very unique combination that significantly impact your marriage, your partnership, your relationship. When seventh lord of D1 is placed in the second house of Navamsa, it represent that your married life and relationships are closely linked to your family values. Okay, your financial matters and the ability to accumulate wealth, right? Also, this placement can indicate a financial stable and secured married life. It may also possible that when seventh lord of D1 is in the second house of Navamsha, the spouse may play a significant role in managing your finances. Okay, and he or she may ensure the prosperity in the family. It may also possible with this placement that money matter may be an important aspect of your relationship. With such a placement of seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsha, it may also possible that the communication is key factor in maintaining a good relationship, or I can say the harmonious relationship. Communication may play a very important role in maintaining a very good relationship for you, right? It may also possible with such placement that you and your partner may need to be open and expressive in your interactions to avoid misunderstanding. Okay, you need to be very open and expressive, right? Otherwise it could lead you to misunderstanding. So to avoid that, you need to be very open and expressive. I can also say, on one end, with such placement, it may also possible that depending upon other factors, uh, this placement may indicate a tendency to be possessive, okay, or I can say overly attached to the material comforts and possession within the relationship. That could also possible with this placement. Also, your family may play an influential role in your marriage and relationship decision. That could also possible. Your marriage or your relationship decisions are highly influenced by your family. That could also possible in this case. You will also notice that there are some people who always likes to take opinion about their uh, relationship, or I can say not even the opinion, in fact I would say maybe opinion, but generally a guide from their family, like, hey, do you think this is right for me? Or hey mom, I'm going to start a relationship with her, or something like that. You see some people who always uh, you know like sometime like they just give over importance to your family in their own relationship. So such kind of a placement also indicate that. Now in some cases, depending upon other factors, uh, it may also possible that this placement may indicate that you may find a partner or a spouse who is involved in business or finance related field, or both could be possible. Let's say you may find a partner who could be doing a business or finance, or maybe doing some work related to finance field. So that could also possible with this placement. When seventh lord of D1 is in the second house of Navamsha or D9 chart, it may also possible that you may possess a diplomatic approach in your relationship. Okay, you may use your communication skills to resolve conflict, or I can say to maintain harmony in your partnership and relationship. That could also possible with this placement. With this placement, it could also possible that or I can say this seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsha can also influence the way you and your partner relate to the food, and the importance you guys give to shared meals and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of a thing could also be seen here. Now depending upon your chart, this placement could also indicate potential gains on inheritance from the spouse family through the marriage. Yes, that could also possible with this placement. Now generally it is also seen that of seventh lord of D1 in the Navamsha second house often indicate financial stability in the native's married life, or I can say your married life. It may be possible that your spouse may bring financial resources and a sense of financial security to the relationship. That could also possible. Okay, you and your spouse may work together to build and maintain your wealth and asset. That could also possible with this seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsha. With this seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsa chart, it could also possible that you may have a strong focus on material comforts and the accumulation of wealth, right? That could also possible. It may also possible that you may seek a partner who can provide a comfortable and luxurious lifestyle. Yes, that could also be seen with this placement. uh, you know it may also possible that, because this placement also suggests that your marriage and relationship will be influenced by cultural and traditional values. Okay, that could also possible. Some cases, depending upon other things, it is also seen with such placement of seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsha, your family expectations and tradition may play a significant role in your marital decisions. Yes, that could also be seen. Now, in this placement, or I can say when seventh lord of D1 in the second house of Navamsha, uh, the financial stability is beneficial, but there is also a risk of possessiveness and attachment to the material possession within the relationship. Yeah, that could also possible. Now of course this can lead to conflict over money matter, or uh, sense of dependency on each other resources. Sometimes that could also be seen, although I try to avoid any negative things, but little bit of things depending upon other placement could also be seen sometimes, not in all cases of course. When seventh lord of D1 is the second house of Navamsha, this placement highlights the importance of effective communication in maintaining the relationship harmony. Okay, you and your spouse may need to express your feeling and thought openly to avoid any kind of misunderstanding. So this is also a remedy for you I'm giving. If you have this placement, you need to be very open with each other so that you can avoid any kind of a misunderstanding. Okay, now of course depending upon overall chart, this placement can indicate the potential gains or wealth coming through the spouse family after marriage, or you can say with marriage. That could be possible. Okay, now it could be in any form. It could be in the form of joint assets, it could be in the form of financial support, it could be in the form of support of any kind of business, any kind of property. So that could also possible, right? It may also possible with such placement your family may have a significant say in your marriage and relationship, which I already discussed. Apart from that, we can also see that uh, you may be very sensitive to criticism, okay, especially from your partner. It may possible when you have such placement you may not like when your partner criticize you, and that may create problems sometimes, okay. So that could be possible. So this placement also indicate that you may possess a strong negotiation skills, which can be or I can say which can give you advantage in resolving your conflict, okay, uh, within the relationship. So that could be possible. Now, when this placement is working positively, which means that when seventh lord of D1 is placed in the second house of Navamsha very positively, this placement can indicate an increase in the wealth and the material prosperity through the union, or I can say the marriage. Okay.
But you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now, what will going to happen if seventh lord of D1 chart is placed in the third house of Navamsha? Okay. So when seventh lord of D1 is placed in the third house of D9 Navamsa chart, then it could show that your spouse, okay, could be, you know, very active. She or he could be very communicative. They could be good in they could be good in expressing themselves. They could be good in communication, okay. They could be active person also, maybe they could be courageous person, okay. Sometime it could also represent that they might be good in, networking, so right, that could also possible. With this placement of seventh lord of D1 in the third house of D9, it may also possible that you and your spouse may do a lot of discussion in your life. Exchange of idea could be possible, or you can take it in this way that for maintaining the harmony in your relationship, maybe communication play a very important role. In such case, with this placement, it is suggested that you must have to communicate with each other, okay. Even if you have some fight, etc., stay away for some time, maybe couple of hours, then again start to communicate. That is the key to the harmony for your relationship, okay. It may also indicate that when seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha, it also indicate that you and your spouse may go for trips together, okay. You may go for traveling, maybe you both like travel, some kind of traveling, and with that traveling your relationship gets stronger, your bond gets strengthened and stronger. That could also possible. This placement also suggests that you, or I can say your siblings, or even your maybe neighbors, okay, could also have a very important impact, or I can say some kind of a significant impact on your relationship. That could also possible, okay. This could also talk about that maybe your partner, your spouse would like to take or would like to participate in social event, social gathering, community activities, okay. Or also maybe they could have maybe good amount of friends, right, or I would say they would like to interact with the people in such kind of a community, neighbors. So that thing could also possible with this placement. When seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha, it also indicate that your partner may have many different talents, many different skills, okay, especially related to third house skills, right. That could also possible. Also, it may possible that your partner could do something, your spouse could do something in which she or he could have multiple area of interest. They may excel in multiple area of interest. That could also possible with this placement. One thing you will notice that when seventh lord is in the third house of Navamsha, your relationship may be influenced by your community, your local community, your neighborhood you live, okay. Those things affect a lot your relationship somehow or other, okay. and maybe like the neighborhood social interactions, that thing could also impact your, or I can say influence your relationship. So yeah, in this case you need to choose very carefully where you live. So yeah, this placement of seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha also indicate that your spouse could be very energetic, dynamic and enthusiastic kind of a person. Okay, she or he may possess youthful and a lively nature, that could also be seen, or like appearance, right? This placement of seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha could also talk about the effective communication. It also talk about communication could be very important in your relationship. You should never break communication. Okay, it may also possible with this placement that you guys will have a strong desire to express your feelings and thoughts with each other, or you can take it in this way, that when you have such placement, expressing your thoughts to each other, talking to each other, and just revealing your things could discussion with each other could improve your relationship. Okay, some cases this could also represent that this placement of seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha, it could also indicate that you guys may have some share, like the common hobbies, okay, or pursuits that you would like to do, or like maybe some kind of activity that you would like to do, that could also possible. Let's say for an example, you both love traveling, so you do traveling together. You both love some kind of activity, so you do that together. So that could also possible with such placement. Seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha also indicate that there will be definitely an intellectual type of compatibility between you and your partner. Okay, maybe you guys love to engage in discussion, doing debates about something, exchange of ideas. Okay, so such kind of a thing play very very important role. Some kind of a communication, even to some extent maybe social media, maybe you guys create some kind of a social media stuff together, that could also possible with this placement. Okay, so yeah, also with this placement of seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha, there could be friendship in the relationship because of the third house. It also indicates that there is a very high chances that you guys will be like friends to each other. Okay, that could be possible. Now see, third house, seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha could also indicate that maybe you guys could do something in which you have to put self efforts. Okay, so that could be possible. Sometime it could also represent independent careers, so that kind of a thing could also possible, although of course the full horoscope consultation is required to see the big pictures, so that is there, but still these things could be possible. Also you may notice one thing, that when this seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha, your love angle, or I can say your love and emotional bonding, will develop through the verbal communication, which means that maybe you are talking to someone, talking, let's say online, talking through app, or maybe somewhere meeting someone or talking somehow, and that talking, you just randomly talking to a girl or a boy, and slowly that talking becomes so good that you just fall in love with that person, emotional bond develop, and then you get married. So that kind of a thing could also possible with this seventh lord of D1 in the third house of Navamsha. So this is all about this.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now talk about what's going to happen when seventh lord of D1 is placed in the fourth house of Navamsha. So see, with such placement of seventh lord of D1 in the fourth house of Navamsha, it may possible that your marriage, or I can say your relationships, are likely to develop, or are likely to, I would say, it may possible that your relationships and marriage may be deeply connected to your family and domestic environment. So that could possible with this placement. This placement of seventh lord of D1 in the fourth house of Navamsha could also suggest that you may seek emotional stability and security within your relationships. You may prioritize, with such placement, you may prioritize your harmonious and nurturing environment at your home. That could be possible. This placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha may also indicate, I would say, a preference for marriage with someone from a similar cultural or ethnic background. Okay, so such kind of a placement, such kind of a thing could also be seen with this placement. Although I would like to add, of course, the big picture is seen, like the influence of other planets on the 7th house in D1 and D9, all that stuff must need to be seen, but still these things are generally there. Also, you will see when 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, you may see that your spouse may play a very significant role in managing your domestic affairs. Okay, or I can say he or she will maintain a sense of comfort or harmony in the household, or I can say in maintaining the sense of comfort and harmony in your home. Your partner role could be very important in such cases. Okay, such placement, it may also possible that when 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, you may find happiness when you spend time with your spouse and family members. Okay, you will definitely find peace of mind and comfort at your home. Okay, with such placement, that could be possible. When 7th Lord of D1 is in the 4th of Navamsha, it may also possible that your mother may have a significant influence on your marital decisions, right? Whatever your decision you take in your marriage, maybe somehow your mother role could be important in that. Okay, or she may play a very important role in your married life, I could also say. Okay, with this placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, emotional connection and bonding, I would say, are very essential for you in your relationship. Okay, somehow you give more priority to the emotional connection, bonding, because that's what this placement is all about. For you, maybe emotionally caring, affectionate, supportive kind of a partner could be very important with this placement. This placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha could also indicate that maybe you and your spouse may be involved in property related matters for investment. That could be possible. This placement could also indicate that there could be relationship or marriage at young age could also be seen with this placement. Although for that, of course, the full horoscope consultation is required to see the planets influence and all that stuff, but generally it is seen. Okay, that with this placement, yoga of young age relationship, etc., could possible. But of course, I'm saying again, for that, other things must also be seen, right? With this placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, you may have a strong inclination to live close to your family or in your hometown. You may see that whether you have to live near your family, or maybe you want to live near your family or your hometown where you born, that could be possible. You will see that with this placement you may find emotional support, or I can say comfort, okay, when you are near your hometown, your relatives. So that could also possible with this placement. Important thing is that when 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, your sense of happiness and your contentment will be closely tied to your home life, or I can say the quality of marriage, or you can say your happiness or your emotional support, especially for this placement, is directly proportional to your merit. Okay, so yeah, that could also be seen. You will definitely see this when 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, your family become the foundation, or I can say the central force of their married life. Okay, you will definitely see that. With this placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, you are likely to have a deep emotional attachment to your home and homeland. Okay, possibility of you try to prioritize living near birthplace or ancestral land. Funny enough, I've seen some people with such placement, they even say that I can get a promotion, but I do not want to, because if I get a promotion, I have to live away from my homeland or birthplace. Okay, So rather than getting a promotion, it's okay, whatever I am getting now, I am just happy in it because I'm in my home city or homeland where I born. So rather than getting a promotion, and increment of salary and going far away, it's better for me to keep living here. So the people even compromise with such placement, you may see. Okay, now of course there could be other things you may see, that let's say for an example, I see one person who has similar placement, but in his case the shahs and transit were very strong, so he get the promotion, but at the same time he didn't get the transfer, so that could also possible. So yeah, with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, you may be very nurturing, maybe caring. Okay, now it could also like possible that you may seek a partner who could reciprocate such things on the same level of emotional support that you provide. Okay, and same level of understanding, that's what you want. That could also possible. With this placement, it may possible that emotional security could be very important for you in your partnership, right? That could be possible. Maybe this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 4th house of Navamsha, your spouse could take a very keen interest in your domestic affairs, such as managing your home, nurturing family relationships, creating harmony, or I can say very such kind of environment within your home. Okay, that could be possible.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now
okay, so now we discuss what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 5th house of your Navamsha, or I can say 5th house of your D1 chart. So when such situation happen, that 7th lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, first of all, this placement generally indicate a very good potential in your chart to have a love marriage, or I can say marrying to the person that you have a romantic bond with. Okay, especially those people who have arranged marriage kind of like, especially people who are watching from those country where arranged marriage is common or very popular. This is a kind of a combination which will somehow give you a mentality in which you want to marry someone whom you love, or whom you have like a romantic affection with someone. You want to get married to that person. See, actually the 5th house also represents our passion. So what's going to happen in such case, that when 7th lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha, in such case you want to marry a person whom you are very passionate about. That's what it is all about, right? If you have passion for someone, you would love to get married to that person. That is the kind of a combination that form. It could also suggest that when 7th lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha, it could also suggest that your spouse could have qualities related to the 5th house. And now what are the qualities related to the 5th house? You can tell me. Stop the video, comment in the comment section below. What are the qualities do you think? Yes, I'm giving you a couple of seconds. Just do that. Okay. So the qualities related to the 5th house are creativity, speculation, any kind of a speculation. Like for an example, whether you are creating a movie in the film industry, that is also speculation, or you are investing money in a stock market, that is also speculation. Okay, or you are investing in the Bitcoin. Okay, everything of such kind of stuff is a speculation. So she might have such kind of interest. Anything related to creativity, romance, these things could be seen inside your spouse. Okay, 7th lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha. Generally you will see that your spouse could be very creative, very expressive kind of a person. Okay, she may or he may also involve in some kind of artistic field. That could also possible. Okay, they could have hobbies which are related to the, like for an example, arts, music, literature, or maybe something to do with the entertainment industry. That could also possible. Maybe they could also involve in some work which like for an example, loving and caring and nurturing of children, such kind of a work. Okay, maybe they have very loving attitude towards children. That could also possible. Okay, in such situations sometime it could also possible that you and your spouse could find happiness through your own children. Okay, maybe your relationship get better due to your children. That could also possible. Placement could also represent, when 7th Lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha, it could also represent that there could be mutual respect and understanding between you guys, and there could be shared interest as well. Okay, and these things could create a very good bond between you and your spouse. Now, when 7th Lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha, it could also indicate that you and your spouse may share a deep emotional and romantic connection. Okay, maybe you guys likes to do some kind of activity together, maybe some sports activity, maybe some entertainment activity together. Okay, or doing some kind of creative things together. That could also possible with this placement. Okay, now of course, if you like, you have to see all other planets and all that stuff, like which planets are aspecting and which planets are placed. Depending upon that, things are changed. For that, horoscope consultation is required. Links are given in the description. But generally, these things are expected. If let's say there is a very high malefic influence, lot of malefics are influencing, then it may possible that maybe you have to struggle for your love, and due to which there could be delay in the marriage. That could also possible. But generally, you will see that when this 7th Lord of D1 is the 5th house of Navamsha, you may be attracted to a partner who is intelligent also. Okay, you may be like a partner who could be creative, who could be intelligent, who could be knowledgeable. Okay, and maybe mental compatibility or share intellectual interest could be important part of your relationship. That could also possible. Also, you will notice that your children somehow, or any children could play an important role in your marriage. That could also possible when 7th Lord of D1 is in the 5th house of Navamsha. Okay, also you will notice with this placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, you are likely to you are most likely attached to the people or to the partners who bring joy in your life, who bring creativity in your life, who bring some sort of excitement in your life. Okay, that's what you seek for, or that's what you desire, I would say. Sometime it is also seen that with this placement of 7th Lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, you and your spouse could like to participate together in the activities, like for example some sort of sports activities, arts, music, or other form of leisure, some sort of entertainment and hobby. Such kind of a thing could play a very important role in your married life. Okay, so yeah, that could be possible. This placement could also possible, like when 7th Lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, that you and your spouse may express love through romantic gesture, maybe giving surprises to each other, giving some sort of gifts to each other. That could also possible. Okay, maybe you enjoy a lot of good love gestures from your partner. Okay, maybe he or she like to do some things in your life that would make you special. Okay, that could also possible. Also, you will notice when 7th Lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, this placement somehow intensify the romantic aspect of your relationship. Okay, maybe you may experience a passionate and a playful bond with your spouse. Maybe you are likely to seek excitement and adventure in your love life, right? And maybe which can, maybe you want to make your relationship feel like vibrant and alive, or maybe you do that. That could be possible. This could also possible that with such placement, it may also suggest that you might have some sort of karmic bond with your partner. Okay, and maybe of course, although the people we get connected, we all have some sort of karmic bond, but this one is very strong. This placement represents a strong karmic bond with your partner. Now, you may also notice that with this placement, it may also possible that this like when 7th Lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha, that your relationship or marriage could bring fame in your life, or some sort of recognition or public attention you may get. okay, through your relationship. Let's say for an example, you are a YouTuber, you are creating videos, you are not getting success, you are not getting fame, but you get married and suddenly you will see that your like subscriber get increases, you start to get more views, your videos start to went viral. So that could also possible with such placement. Okay, maybe you gain through creative field or profession once you get married. That could also possible. Okay, so yeah, this is all about 7th lord of D1 in the 5th house of Navamsha.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now,
So guys, now let's talk about what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 6th house of your Navamsha chart. Okay, when 7th lord is placed, 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 6th house of your D9 Navamsa chart, then what's going to happen? See, with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 6th house of Navamsha, definitely it signified that maybe marriage could bring some sort of challenges or conflict in your life, or you may see some sort of challenges or conflict in your life or in your married life. Okay, there could be chances of maintaining harmony and understanding with the spouse. There are some chances of that as well. It may represent that you may have to deal with the issues related to dispute, disagreement, okay, or maybe health related issues within your marriage. Okay, if you have this placement, first of all, I would like to tell you that please don't see any negativity, etc. I don't share all the negative things, but I would like to tell you something important here. Now, of course, full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture, but the point here is, if you have this placement, one thing for sure, now you understand that there are chances of such things, such conflict and all that, which could be possible eventually. But what you can do now is that you understand that such things are there in your chart. So what should be your response to this thing? Your response should be just sit back, relax. Okay, I have chances of these things. Okay, instead of getting depressed, you should try to deal things now more intelligently. Like if you have such placement, then if you, let's say you have a fight with your spouse, so instead of acting or I can say any conflict on anything, whenever you have argument or fight, instead of aggressively acting, you should need to respond slowly and with intelligence. Be careful and watchful to the what words are you saying to your spouse, because you have this placement in your chart. It is because of you and your karmas that the things are happening. Okay, so that's what see, I believe that practically this is how you should implement things in your life. This is the beauty of astrology, that such things are possible. So now at least intelligently you can at least control things by having things in your mind. Okay, that's what I would like to tell here. Now there could be some concern, like for an example, chances of health related issues in the marriage of one of the spouse could also possible. They be little bit ill, that could also possible. Now it depends upon totally on the other placement as well. Okay, now on the other hand, when 7th lord of D1 in the 6th house of Navamsha, it may possible that you could have a service oriented spouse. Okay, maybe she likes to give services to others, maybe she likes to work in healthcare sector, social service, public service, doing some sort of job in which she have to serve someone. Okay, one of the remedies of this placement is that when 7th lord of D1 in the 6th house of Navamsha, even if your 7th lord is in the 6th house of D1 or D9, one good remedy is that if your spouse will work in the, maybe whether she give some kind of services, like for example, even if she's doing astrology, she's giving services. Okay, or if she work in some sort of maybe healthcare department, she could be anything like a psychiatrist, she could be like for example a doctor of any kind, maybe working related to animals, law, okay, in the field of law, okay, or anything in which she is giving service okay, or maybe social service, okay. So such things are generally good, or maybe even some sort of loan department to some extent, I would say. So if she involved in 6,000 related professions, then this is going to be very good for your married life, because in that way that sixth house is somehow connected with her. So in that way it's really good. If such kind of a thing you will see in your spouse, then I would say it's a good, like if you have seventh lord in the sixth house of Navamsha, one remedy is that if you can just involve your spouse in such professions, it is going to be very good for your married life to overcome the obstacles of, you know, the negative side of this placement. If you want to overcome, then, you know, if you involve your spouse in such fields, it's good. So on the other hand, this could also represent that when seventh lord is in the sixth house of Navamsha, when seventh lord of D1 is in the sixth house of Navamsha, this placement also suggests that you and your spouse could work together to overcome obstacles, okay. You know, so that could also possible. There could be some sort of bond between you and your spouse that you share to overcome obstacle of your married life, okay. That could be possible. Also, you will notice one very important thing: when you have your seventh lord is in the sixth house of Navamsha, you are most likely, there's a very high chance that you may feel a sense of responsibility or a duty towards your spouse, okay. You like somehow have this feeling that I feel as if my spouse is my boss and I have to serve her, because that is what this is talking, that because of the karmical connection or the karmic connection, you have to somehow serve your spouse most likely. Sometime it could also possible, you know, that there could be imbalance in your personal life and professional life because of this placement, you know, that could also possible. It may also possible that you, when your seventh lord is in the sixth house of Navamsha, your seventh lord of D1 is in the sixth house of Navamsha, it may possible that both you and your spouse may have a service oriented approach towards your relationship, okay. Maybe you guys care deeply for each other's well-being, and maybe you prioritize supporting each other through you know, that could also possible.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation, okay guys. So for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now,
when seventh lord of D1 is placed into the seventh house of Navamsa chart, so definitely it show that you know, show that there is going to be a very important role of partnership, marriage, and your spouse in your life journey. Now, of course, for every single person there is an important role of a spouse especially, but for you, the significations of seventh house, including your spouse, will play a very important role in your life journey. In fact, I would say in your entire life journey. This placement of seventh lord is in the seventh house of Navamsha is generally favorable for creating harmonious and committed relationships, okay. For committed relationship, long-term relationship, you know, it is generally a good placement. You know, in this case, when seventh lord is placed into the seventh house of Navamsha, sorry, seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, relationships, or I can say your relationships, I would say, are likely to be characterized by cooperation, by balance, okay, and by strong sense of partnership. You will also notice this, that when you have seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, you might have a strong desire for marriage and committed partnership. You are likely to seek for companion, and you may feel more fulfilled when you are in relationship. Like for an example, in comparison, when you are not in relationship versus you are in relationship, you will feel more better when you are in relationship in this case. Definitely, in this case, your partner will play a pivotal role in your life. You will definitely see that, right? Your partner influence, or I can say your spouse influence, when seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, your spouse influence can have a profound impact on your decisions also, okay, or I can even say the overall growth of your life, even the decision you take, okay, their importance is really, there you will see that. With this placement you may also see that you are inclined to approach relationship with a balance and a diplomatic perspective, okay. See what's going to happen is that when seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, if it is in good dignity, what's going to create is that it's going to give you such a uh, mindset or like such situation in your life by which you might have, I would say, you might have such kind of a skill by which you can manage conflicts, okay, and you are able to maybe find the way by which you can just maybe you are able to compromise on the situations, or somehow something happens. See, it doesn't mean that chart is very well placed, it doesn't mean that you will never have fight arguments. Now of course it's human nature, everyone will have it. The only thing happen is that with such a good placement is that this placement will give you strength, will give you intelligence, will give you courage, and will give you a favorable situation by which you will deal situations in your marriage in a very good way, due to which your relationship will be better, or I can say it flow, okay. Now of course full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture, okay. So you can also take that, but the point is that generally like these things are seen, right. You may also see that when this seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, your life path is closely tied to forming significant partnership, okay. Also successful partnership may contribute to your personal growth and life achievements. You will also see that. You will also see that when seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, that this placement is indicating that you I could say you could have a connection between your maybe like your married life or and your business and your profession, or I can say your business endeavors that you do. Maybe you get married and your in-laws somehow help you. Maybe your wife, your husband, maybe your high wife or husband could be in such a position that because of you getting married to them, you will get a help in business, boost in business, okay. So any such kind of a position could be seen. Now of course we have to see overall perspective, of course, that how planets are and all that thing, but generally this is seen, okay. Now see, one more thing is seen, that depending upon the overall perspective of chart, how other planets are placed, when this seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, this placement may indicate the potential that you could have chances of early marriage, or maybe you may start relationship, a significant one, at relatively younger age than others. Now I'm adding again, if there is some many malefic influence on this seventh house, all that stuff, then things could be different. But generally this placement is, I would say, inclined or give you or try to give you early relationships in your life, okay. Also when seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, it show that you may be a sociable kind of a person. Maybe you enjoy networking and building connections easily, okay, or maybe you are able to build connections easily, okay. Also you will see that with this placement, if everything other is in chart is good, you may have some kind of a power by which you can attract people towards you for partnership easily in comparison to the other people, or I can say you could attract people to collaborate with you. If with such placement, maybe you are an influencer, maybe you get brand collaboration partnership easily in comparison to other people. This could also represent that doing any kind of a partnership, people will be drawn towards you. You might get offers. That could also possible. Okay. When the seventh lord of D1 is in the seventh house of Navamsha, you and your partner are most likely to provide mutual support for each other, okay. You are definitely going to provide mutual support for each other, and in fact I would say you will try to help each other so that you both grow and fulfill your desire, aspiration, etc. That could also possible, okay. Definitely this marriage will serve as a foundation for your life to achieve your goals, or even you and your spouse goals. Okay, also you will see that this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 7th house of Navamsha may even indicate that your relationship maybe you likes to do a legal contract or some kind of a maybe sometime it is seen with this placement that some people who prefer to have marriage with like the contract based marriage. Like for an example, even if you are from a country where like such things are not happen, like for an example, in some countries these things are normal that you will have this thing, but maybe with this placement you likes to have some sort of contract in your marriage. Okay, so that could also possible, or maybe doing legal marriages like court marriages could also possible, along with like the normal one, of course. But of course the full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture. So generally when this 7th lord of D1 is in the 7th house of Navamsha, so definitely you may strive for balance in all aspect of your relationship, and your aim will be to create, I would say, some sense of harmony in your relationship and also equilibrium. Okay, so that is the kind of a placement this is. So generally this placement is considered to be good, but of course the full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now let's talk about what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 8th house of your D9 Navamsa chart. Okay, so when this placement happen, that 7th lord of D1 is going into the 8th house of Navamsa, then what's going to happen? So first of all, you will see that with this placement, you will see that whatever partnership you will do in your life, whether it's your marriage partnership, or I would say any business partnership, any kind of a partnership, or even any kind of relationship with you will have, or even your like relationship with your spouse, any kind of relationship, they are most likely intense. Okay, and mainly they will go through transformation. There will be transformation in the relationship. Okay, they could have transformative nature. Okay, now it could also be positive, depend upon other thing. Like for an example, you will see some relationship start with some disaster or chaos, like they do not want to live together, they start fighting, and later there will be transformation, they just fall in love and start living happily. So that could also possible, or opposite could also possible. But generally there will be transformation in the relationship, even in the partnership, business relationship, there's going to be transformation, a lot of transformation. So yeah, also you will notice that when 7th lord of D1 is in the 8th house of Navamsha, you may experience strong bonds with your partner. Okay, and over the period of time, the significance relationship, or I can say any relationship you will have, may go through some sort of changes, of course, and the changes could be sudden also because it's 8th house. So yeah, even in such case, maybe even you form emotional bond with your business partner also, that could also possible. Okay, so also you will see with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 8th house of Navamsha, you may seek deep emotional intimacy in your relationship. Okay, deep emotional intimacy, that is important. Very deep and very emotional intimacy is seen in this relationship because it's 8th house. Okay, deep. So yeah, you may also see that. It may also possible that you might be drawn to the partners who share their desire for emotional connection on a profound level. Okay, so such kind of partner will attract you in your life when you have the 7th lord of D1 in the 8th house of Navamsha. Now the 7th lord of D1 in the 8th house of Navamsha placement can also indicate, of course, challenges, obstacles in the marital relationship. But you need to relax, of course. Please don't get panic or etc., because all relationships have obstacle and marital problems. So that's the thing. So but of course with this placement you need to be little bit careful or be more intelligent. See, when you have such placements, what I always advise is that now you need to be a little bit aware. Okay, like for an example, you know that you have this placement. If you know this placement, what your responsibility is that now you deal with your relationship with intelligence. Okay, within relationship, instead of acting angrily on every single thing, okay, with your partner, you need to behave calmly. You need to just try to avoid conflicts or such thing as much as you can, because that is what you can do, right? What's going to happen is not in your hand, but at least you can control, you can try to control yourself. Okay, that is what the beauty of this astrology is, that you know that you could have such placements, so there could be transformation, but at least you try to put efforts. Okay, instead of randomly acting anger way, you just try to control. Okay, and especially because it's your karma, it is in your chart, so yeah, you have to do it. So that is what I would suggest here. Now of course the full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture. Sometimes some planets also work, maybe good depending upon your personality, you know. Like let me give you an example. Okay, let's say for an example, there is a person whose chart have such a terrible placement. I won't name it placement, otherwise you will panic. So let's say he have a terrible placement as per a normal person's life. People say, oh, he will have bad married life, this man have this problem, this problem. But let's say that man don't even want a stable married life. That man want to have affairs with many women, or maybe let's say that man want to become a porn star. Let's say that, or maybe he's not like, he's like that kind of a person, let's say. So do you think this placement is good for this person or bad for this person? Of course good for this person, because he's getting what he wants to. Now of course other things must also need to be seen, but if someone have that kind of a temperament, you are seeing that he has bad placement, but for him, he's happy that he have those placement. Okay, or let's say in future he get what he wants, so then he will feel happy with this placement. Okay, so even you find many people who are very rich in the past, okay, they have multiple, you know, I won't name the companies, but you know, they have multiple all that stuff, and when you see their chart, it's like 7th house is doomed. So you know, even they give divorce themselves to their like wife or even husband in some cases, because they want to have affairs with other women or etc, you know. So sometimes it's just, you know, the chart is saying that this could possible and they are happy about it. So yeah, you do not need to just I like what my motive to tell is that I want you to not to get panic. I always try to avoid negativity as much as I can. Okay, now if you are a serious kind of a person, then of course you need to be a little bit careful, you know, what I told you. So yeah, also this placement could also suggest that when 7th lord of D1 is in the 8th house of Navamsha, I would say that your partner financial situation, or I would say involvement in shared financial matter, may impact the relationship. Okay, with this placement, your partner financial situation, or I can say your partner involvement in shared financial matters may impact your relationship. So always be careful with that when you have such placement. Okay, so yeah, let's say you guys have this placement, and then later regarding money or something, you guys have, you know, some fight argument, so you need to be careful regarding that when you have this placement. This placement also suggests that you may face profound lessons and transformation through your partnerships. Okay, this placement of 7th lord of D1 is in the 8th house of Navamsha, show that you might be highly sensitive to emotional shifts, okay, and changes within your relationship. Okay, now see, this placement may also, it may also possible that maybe in relationship intimacy, sexual thing could be very important. That could also possible. In this placement, it could also possible that maybe you know, maybe you guys have deep kind of a like discussions about the life, something which is different, which is buried under the ground, which is not discussed generally. Okay, that could also possible. Maybe it could also possible that your spouse could be interested in hidden subject like astrology, palmistry, occult, such kind of a thing. So all that could be possible depending upon your chart, right?
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now as per Vedic astrology, so see, when 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha, it represent that your partnership and your relationship are most likely to have a spiritual and philosophical dimension. Okay, you will see that philosophical and spiritual dimension definitely it will have. It may also possible that when your 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha, you are likely to seek a partner with whom you share common benefits, okay, with whom you could share common values, or maybe even with whom you could share some kind of a spiritual activity, spiritual outlook towards life, which could be common. Okay, so maybe you would like to get a partner that, let's say, you have certain beliefs in life, you have certain value, okay, life should be like this, we need to do this kind of a spiritual practices, and I believe in such thing. So maybe you also want a partner with such placement who could also have similar type of beliefs or outlook towards life. That's what I'd say. Okay, in this case, generally spiritual compatibility may also play a important role in the relationship, or I can say the crucial one. Okay, so when 7th lord of D1 in the 9th house of Navamsha, so this is also seen. You may also see that when 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha, so it may also possible that maybe you guys help each other in your, I would say, quest for higher knowledge and wisdom. Okay, or maybe you guys inspire each other for the quest of higher knowledge and wisdom. That could also be seen. 7th lord of D1 in the 9th house of Navamsha may also represent that maybe some sort of spiritual activity, higher knowledge could also play a very important role in your married life or maybe in your partner life. It may also possible with this placement that when 7th lord of D1 in the 9th house of Navamsha, that depending upon which planets are there, that maybe there could be role of traveling to long distance places in your relationship. Okay, maybe your partner would like to travel with you to different places, long distance places, even to foreign country depending upon the planet. Okay, maybe some sort of traveling could also play important role. That could also possible with this placement. Okay, even some sort of consultations, giving advices could also play important role. Maybe your partner could be someone who would like to do such things. That could also possible. When this 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha, it form a kind of a situation where you and your spouse both will learn each other from your experiences. Okay, so you guys are like teacher and student to each other. Okay, so that you will also see with this placement. Now when 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha, it may also possible that your partner may engage in intellectual decisions and cultural pursuits together. Okay, now depending upon which planets are aspecting the 9th house, which planets are placed there, also the D1 placement, this could also possible that when 7th lord of D1 in the 9th house of Navamsha, maybe you could marry a foreigner, a person of different culture, different caste, okay, or someone who could live at long distance place. Okay, that could also possible depending upon the other chart. Of course, full horoscope consultation is required to see the big picture, but someone of different culture, different community, different country could also possible with this placement. Okay, it may also possible with this placement that your relationship are likely to be guided by a strong sense of morality, ethics and integrity. Okay. It may also possible with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 9th house of Navamsha that your honesty may be a vital or I can say honesty could play a vital role for the success of your partnership. Okay, because 9th house also represent your dharma. So yeah. Now see, it may also possible when 7th lord of D1 is in the 9th house of Navamsha that you and your spouse could have some sort of mutual interest, whether in religion, maybe in philosophy, maybe in other form of spiritual exploration. So due to that reason, maybe you and your spouse would love to travel to the places which is like a spiritual pilgrimage. So that could also possible that maybe you guys travel to different spiritual places for like doing some sort of pilgrimage. So that could also possible with this placement. Some sort of spiritual exploration kind of a thing could also be seen. Of course, as I told you finally that this placement depending upon other factors definitely talk about inter-religion, inter-caste marriages and all that kind of a stuff, marrying to someone from different country, long distance, different. So that kind of an involvement of someone of different cultural background could also possible with such placement.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now we will see what's going to happen when 10th lord of what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 10th house of your Navamsha. Okay, so see, when 7th house of D1 in Vedic astrology is placed into the 10th house of your D9 chart or Navamsa chart, first of all it indicates, or I can say it represent that your marriage, your partnership may play a significant role in shaping your public image and your career path. Okay, it also indicates that you may form partnership or collaborations in your professional endeavors. This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha may also indicate that I would say your spouse or I can say your partners may contribute to your career growth and success. Now of course, for seeing the full pictures in a very clear way, the full horoscope consultations are required. Links are given in the description, but still generally these things are seen. This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of your D9 Navamsa chart may also indicate that your marriage is not just a private matter but also a public commitment, and this public commitment or I can say your marriage affect your reputation and standing in your society. Okay, so you will see that maybe there is something really important regarding your marriage. Maybe you get married to such a person due to which your public image is there on the basis of your partner. Okay, maybe you will see, like for an example, you get married due to which somehow your career is affected by the marriage or rely on your marriage image and all that stuff. That could also possible with this placement. This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha may also indicate that you may need to find a balance between your career aspirations and your commitment to your spouse, right? This I would say placement, I would say, could also indicate that you have to manage time and your priorities effectively. Okay, because it may also possible that because of such kind of a placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha, it could create such a situation where, let's say, you just somehow, you and your partner just somehow focus too much, or you too much focus on your career, your public image too much, that you somehow forget the fact that you also need to give private time to your relationship. So that is why you also need to manage time and give priorities to both the things effectively, right? This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha may also indicate that your spouse, or I can say your significant partner, may influence your career choices and decision. That could be possible. This also indicate that your partner might offer valuable insights and guidance in the professional realm, right? So maybe you get a partner due to which uh, he or she will help you in taking the right decision. Maybe in your career she just somehow or he just somehow help you in some way. Okay, so that could possible. This placement of 7th lord in the D1 in the 10th house of your D9 Navamsa chart may also indicate that your spouse, or I can say your partner, may be ambitious, and he or she could also be career oriented or career focused person. This placement also indicate that your partner might have their own aspiration and achievement in the public sphere, right? That could be possible. This placement of 7th lord D1 in the 10th house of your D9 Navamsa chart may also indicate D9 chart or Navamsa chart may also indicate that marriage may be viewed as a part of your public image. Okay, people may perceive you through the lens of your relationships or marital status. That could be possible. Such placement could also be possible, that maybe you get married to someone who could have like some sort of status. That could be possible. Or maybe let's say two people who are in good thing, they get married, and somehow due to their marriage it's like a big news, oh, these guys married and this and that. So their just marriage somehow create some kind of a image. So that could also possible. This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha also indicate that it indicate a partnership in business venture or professional collaboration. It may also possible that maybe you have some sort of partnership with your spouse or partner. So that could also possible, like the business collaborations. Okay, that could also possible. Although this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of D9 chart or Navamsa chart may also indicate that you might have to navigate, or I can say you might have to face the challenge in maintaining the balance between your professional and personal relationship. Okay, because such a situation could possible that it's like a mixing of professional personal relationships. So you need to have a balance to maintain a private and a professional relationship here, or I can say image here. You will also notice one thing, that with such placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of D9 Navamsa chart, the success and the quality of your marriage may impact your relationship. May impact your reputation, in your community, in front of the people. Like if the relationship is going good, your reputation is very good. If relationship is not going well, then it could create problems, in the reputation. That could be possible. It may also possible with this 7th lord of D1 in the 10th house of Navamsha that this could be there could be a connection between the stability of your marriage and the stability of your career. You will also see that.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us, as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now let's talk about what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 11th house of Navamsha. Okay, so see, when the 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 11th house of D9 chart or the Navamsha chart, so it may possible that, or I can say this placement may suggest that your partnership and your relationship will play a very significant role in fulfilling your desire, your aspirations. Such placement suggests that maybe whether your relations your desires get fulfilled after getting married, or somehow maybe if the placement is good, it's going to give you good results, fruitful results once you get married. Okay, or maybe in relationship your desires will get fulfilled, maybe you get the right kind of a partner that you want, or after getting them married, like you have certain desire that you want to travel, you want money or thing like that, certain things in your life, that things start to fulfill. That could also possible with this placement. When the 7th lord of D1 in the 11th house of D9 chart or Navamsha chart, it may also possible that your partnerships or your relationship may contribute to your sense of fulfillment and happiness. That could also possible with this placement. With this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 11th house of Navamsha, you may form partnership with groups, organization or social circles. Okay, it may also possible that maybe somehow you connect with your partner or meet your partner through some sort of social gathering, joint committee, social network. Okay, maybe such kind of a connection with your partner could also possible when 7th lord of D1 is in the 11th house of D9 chart or Navamsha chart. Okay, with this placement, it may also possible that you may have a strong desire for companionship. Okay, and it may also possible that you may seek relationship that offer both emotional connection and support for your aspiration. So that kind of a thing could also possible. When this 7th lord of D1 is in the 11th house of D9 Navamsa chart, this placement may also indicate that potential for friendship turning into a, what I can say, a romantic relationship. Okay, or a partnership. So it could be in this way, that whether maybe it may also possible that, let's say, there is a girl or a boy in your life, you like him or her as a friend, you start talking to the person, you just meet someone online or somehow, maybe in some gathering or social gathering, you just become friends, you start talking, you start to discuss things with him or her, you just feel like friend. But suddenly, not suddenly actually, slowly you will see that there is a romantic relationship develop between you guys, and then you fall in love, you get married to that person. So that kind of a thing could also possible with this placement. Or it may also possible that maybe you meet someone, you become friend, you could start some sort of partnership business, something like that with that person. That could also possible. Okay, this placement also indicate, like of 7th lord of D1 in the 11th house of Navamsha, that maybe your partner could be some of your friend of your social circle. That could also possible. Also, this placement indicate that partnership formed with this placement can contribute to your pursuits of goals and aspiration. Okay, I would say it may also possible that your partner may be a source of inspiration and encouragement for you with this placement. When the 7th lord of D1 is in the 11th house of Navamsha or D9 chart, it may also indicate that you may gain through your social connection and your partnership in your life. Definitely there might be possibility of that. When the 7th lord of D1 is in the 11th house of D9 Navamsa chart, it may possible that your partner is likely to be supportive for achieving your goals and aspirations, or it may also possible that your spouse may share similar values and ambition like you. Okay, also you may notice that maybe with this placement of 7th lord of D1 is in the 11th house of D9 Navamsa chart, your friends and your social circle may play an important role in your marriage and relationship. Let's say, for an example, you have this placement, maybe you go into some social gathering, you have some friends, and their friend or friend will come there somehow, you just like that girl or boy, you ask to them that who is she or her, and they will play an important role to make you guys come closer together, to arrange some meeting for you guys. Okay, and then you guys become friend and down the line get married. So that could also possible with this placement. Okay, that your network circle, your friends, your social circle may play an important role in your marriage and relationship. It may also possible that you and your spouse may engage in group activities, social events, okay, and maybe you guys have shared hobbies together. That could be possible.
But you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now let's talk about what's going to happen when 7th lord of D1 is placed into the 12th house of your Navamsha chart. Okay, so see, when the 7th lord of D1 is in the 12th house of your D9 Navamsa chart, first of all you will see that this placement suggests that your partners, or I can say the relationship you have, they all are influenced by hidden or unconscious factors. Okay, you will definitely see that. Also, with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of your D9 Navamsa chart, relationships, your relationship may have a strong karmic dimension or spiritual or karmic angle, I would say. It may possible that your partner may feel a deep spiritual connection with you, or I can say you and your spouse may feel a deep spiritual connection with each other. With this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of Navamsha, this placement can also indicate I would say a willingness to sacrifice and serve in relationship. That could also possible. It may possible with this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa chart that you and your spouse may prioritize each other well-being over personal desires. You may put other person's priorities first with this placement. Okay, that could be possible. It may also possible with such kind of a placement that you and your partner may possess some sort of intuitive qualities, mystical qualities, spiritual qualities. Psychic couples could be seen, like for an example, you both are doing any kind of astrology, meditation, spiritual practices together. That could also possible with this placement. This placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of Navamsha may also indicate that you may be drawn to certain relationship patterns. Okay, it may possible that you may need to become aware of and work through these patterns for healthier partnerships. It may also possible when 7th lord of D1 in the 12th of Navamsha, it suggests that you may view partnership as a means of spiritual growth and evolution. Partnership for you is a way, partnership for you is provide like a path for spiritual growth and evolution in your life. That could also possible. With this placement of 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa chart, it may possible that relationship formed with this placement may definitely have some past life corrections. Okay, and if let's say a planet like Ketu get involved in this, then it's like a surety for that, right? The partners may have unresolved issues to work through. Okay, or I can say the karma, you can also say. When this 7th lord of D1 in the 12th house of Navamsha, it may possible that you may have hidden motives or desire within your relationships. Okay, that could be possible. It may also possible with this placement that you may prefer to keep your relationship private or away from the public eye. In fact, I would say you and your spouse both like to keep your relationship private with this placement. Like for an example, you just secretly get married to someone and you are just keeping that private, not letting other people know about it. That could be possible. Let's say you went to a foreign country, you like a girl or boy, you get married there, and your family and people maybe you didn't tell them. So that kind of a placement could also possible with this, like that kind of thing could possible with this placement. It may also possible with this placement that partnership may provide a space for emotional healing and growth. It may be possible with this placement that couple like you and your spouse may support each other inner journey, right? Now, depending upon other things, it may also possible that you may marry someone who could be of different culture, different country, something different could be possible depending upon other planets and all that.
You can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also.
Now guys, this is all about 7th lord of D1 in the different houses of your D9 Navamsa chart. If you want personal consultation, links are given in the description, and I will meet you in the next video on my channel. Till then, bye bye.